You guys have absolutely no idea how much I wanted to tackle this argument because I've been thinking about it, but since feminism stopped being a thing, it never came into the conversation, and now here we are. The idea that women are being disempowered by being strippers. Like the feminists keep saying this, but have you ever thought about it? Like, if you look at a strip club, aren't the men being treated like ATM machines? I mean, if a man even touches a stripper, there's security that will kick his ass and escort him out. Think about it this way. If you have a girl on Twitch in a bathtub and she's getting a lot of super chats, she's getting like all these people donating to her, and there's an entire moderation team in her chat, who really has that power in that particular environment? Now, granted, when it comes to strippers, I do think that both parties are being disempowered. Because being the woman that's a stripper, like once you do that profession, it's very difficult to find job as a doctor or as a judge. But at the same time, the men that go to strip clubs are also looked down upon. I mean, it's not something that most people do with pride. It's not something that people put on their Facebook page. It's like, hey, I went to a strip club. I mean, good luck finding a stable relationship with another woman if they know that you go to strip clubs. So that's one thing. The other thing is that, of course, this is for feminism, which is very interesting because, especially in the United Kingdom, most activists can't even define what a woman is, but apparently in this case they could. And when you think about it, like, strippers are some of the most desperate people in society. I mean, I don't know about any lady that I happen to know who really wanted to be a stripper when she grows up. Despite the fact that on social media they keep saying sex work is real work and all that, most women try to shy away from this profession. So it's not like people choose this profession. It's more like people are being pushed into this profession because there's nothing else available. And to target these particular ladies and to say that, okay, well, you're not allowed to work anymore because it disempowers women, in other words, it robs them of their own choice, is peak clown world. I don't know how else to call it. They did this to the Grand Prix girls, and now they're doing to this. What I do want to say is that the religious people didn't manage to ban them. So if you're a pious, religious person who was disapproving of strippers, you should have joined the feminist group because they were much more effective at making sure that society is being kept clean. Think about it, like all these religious groups and all of these moral busybodies, they really tried to shut down, lewd. And they couldn't do it, and it took like the far left, the ideology that initially came with like freeing the nipple and all of that and empowering, they are the ideology that was more sex negative and more effective than the Christians. It's mind-blowing when you think about it. So apparently, the strippers are fighting back, and they raised £20,000 in order to fight the decision. I want you guys to understand what is happening here, okay? Activists are getting women fired for their own benefit. Like, feminist activists are basically telling these women that they shouldn't work in this profession because it disempowers them. So the activists are empowering women by getting them fired. And I want you to know, I don't give a shit about strippers, right? Like, it's 2022. Who the fuck goes to a strip club? Just go on Twitch like normal people. But my point is that this is hilarious. So apparently, in an extraordinary ruling, these employed in the industry in Scotland have been told that they can stay on their jobs as long as they cover up. Oh yes, I'm sure that's going to give them a lot of money. Like if you cover up, you don't even need to go on Twitch. You can do it on YouTube. In protest, the United Sex Workers Organization has raised £20,000 in order to fight this decision. But the Mandy Watt, deputy leader of Labour-run City of Edinburgh Council, says that the adult venues can remain open as long as the women dance with their clothes on. She said, I understand concerns about people losing their jobs, but the venues could apply to stay open. All they need to do is to insist women dancing naked. I love these people who never worked a business in their life. This is not about strippers, right? Like, it's just about politicians who keep talking about how people should do business when they are leeching off taxpayer money. In reality, obviously, they will not get any more cash. Like, people would just not go there. If the ladies are dressed, then they might just go on Twitch. But Georgie, we're going to listen from Georgie, a dancer from Edinburgh, said, I say this to feminists such as Mandy Watt. Work is work and stripping is real work. Many people do labor for the sole purpose of being able to pay rent and buy food. Stripping is no different. Yeah, well, Georgie, I don't think politicians are going to give a shit. I don't think this Mandy Watt is going to lose any sleep if you are out of a business. I asked Mandy and the Swerfs, sex worker exclusionary, oh my fucking god, to directly find me an equal and matched opportunity. I will find it, go on Twitch. A job with the same flexibility and pay, the same autonomy and freedom, she said. Why does she keep talking about Twitch? Talk to Pokimane. Maybe she can hook you up with a prosperous Twitch career. Something that I can live off comfortably with 12 hours a week. Something that is not for a transnational corporation profit. Okay, so now they don't want Twitch because it's adding to climate change. Holy fucking shit. How do you get from this? Like, how do you get from strippers to climate change? How? Chat, seriously, like, tell me, how is this possible? How are these people connecting climate change to stripping? The only way I would say it's like, well, it's warm outside, might as well get to a place with air conditioning and watch some ushi-kushi ladies. Because until she ensures that every single dancer that will be affected by the loss of the strip clubs has the same equal and match opportunity for work in an industry of their choosing, she is doing nothing but pushing women into poverty. Oh, like, you think feminism pushes women into poverty? No. She may believe she is doing the right thing, but she is the best misguided and at worst using personal bias and morality to speak over the lived experience of women. The fuck are you talking about? Like, feminism works like she's in a position of power. She gets to dictate what the lived experiences of women is because she is a woman, you bigot. The city's council vote set the maximum number of SEVs to 0, which are defined as places with live performances for profit and for the sole purpose of stimulating the senses of the audience. Councillors rejected the plan to set the limit to SEVs at 4, which would mean that the existing clubs could continue operating, but no new clubs could open. I mean, you know, like, what do leftist politicians do besides destroying the economy? Unironically, the strip clubs are just the latest casualty that in this situation that many people care about. But like, how many restaurants and bars they have wreaked havoc upon? Nicola Sturgeon's government classifies stripping as a form of violence against women and girls. Oh my fucking god! Look at all of these women like wanting this form of violence, which is called stripping. I find it bizarre, don't you? Maybe Nicola Sturgeon was wrong. Oh, no, nonsense. I mean, she is a politician. If she is a politician, but they're never wrong. There's no more two sides of the debate, okay? There is the correct side and disinformation. Ms. Sturgeon supported the council in banning clubs, saying that the dignity and treatment of women must be respected. Holy shit, Twitch, you're up next, I guess. In Sturgeon, Scotland. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.